What's going on, Virgo? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for April 2023. So in this reading, Virgo, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy for April. We're going to take a look at some things you do not see coming. We're also going to get some advice from your angels and spirit guides and much more for you regarding April 2023, Virgo. Before we begin this reading, as always, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading, and I really do appreciate you, Virgo, in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, Virgo, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would also really appreciate that. But without further ado, I am going to pull the energy, and we will see what it is that wants to come through for you for April 2023, Virgo. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Virgo. Yikes. Thank you. Let's see what we got. All right. Very interesting energy that you have coming through here, Virgo, for April 2023. For many of you, I'm not going to go there yet. Let's go ahead and start this reading off with your opportunity. Your opportunity, Virgo, for April 2023 is the moon. Okay, so the moon has to do with the unconscious part of yourself. And so with this opportunity being here, intuitively, there's something coming through about sinking into who you really are rather than who you want to consciously be. That's your opportunity here, Virgo. So really, things around your intuition, things around your subconscious, your unconscious mind, is something related to your biggest opportunity in April 2023. And the main thing coming through here is a lot of you here are, the moon also has to do with illusions. And with the moon being in your opportunity, a lot of you are being almost like rudely awakened in April 2023 to potentially some sort of false goals or some sort of false aspirations that you may have been chasing for a long time. For many of you, this is going to be very extreme. For others of you, it's going to be more subtle. Let me explain. Let's keep going, though, before I get too involved. You have the Justice card here as your challenge, Virgo. So your biggest challenge is the Justice card. The Justice card does have to do with karma, and it also has to do with potential legal affairs for some of you. So in April, it is tax season. Make sure you're squeaky clean on the legal level is what I would advise, with the challenge being the Justice card. For a lot of you, this is also some sort of karma coming your way. We're going to see why it is your challenge in a moment. But there is something in this reading, Virgo, for April 2023. A lot of you are really going to be questioning what is the work that I'm meant to be doing, and how am I meant to be doing it? Because there's maybe emotional issues that have been compelling you to a certain career. Or what I'm getting from this very strongly, Virgo, is that there's some sort of emotional trauma or issue or some sort of thing that has happened to you perceivedly that has driven you to chase some sort of false goal, some sort of false vision in your life for quite a long time, or for some of you this is something that you recently set up. Hey, I'm going to achieve this, and I'm getting a few different messages from Spirit, and there's two different camps of Virgos that we're dealing with. On the one hand, many times you need to achieve something that you desire so that you can figure out, this isn't what I want, this isn't what I'm made for. But you need to achieve it or else it will eat away at you. For others of you, if you've already achieved it, and for a lot of you watching this is the case, there's something that you already achieved, there's some sort of goal that you have reached, or some sort of aspiration that you've fought for and you've got, but you've had to fight for it because it hasn't been coming from your natural energy. So no matter who you are, Virgo, this month you're really going to be questioning, what am I going to be dedicating my life's work towards? Because Virgo is a workhorse. You and Capricorn, some of the most high propensity for hard work, and so it's important where you dedicate that work. Many of you here, though, there is a wound that has impelled you to chase a certain thing in the external world. For most of you, this has to do with your work, the amount of money that you make, or the career, some sort of reputational thing that you're chasing, that for some of you, you're starting to realize, oh, I got it, and now it's not making me happy, which is even more tough than the other camp of you who is just setting out on some sort of goal, and you may not be realizing what you are chasing is really fleeting. It's not going to make you happy. So with this energy here, it's very intense. So let's keep going here. When it comes, Virgo, to your overall general energy for April 2023, you have the Knight of Wands, you have the Nine of Wands, and you also have the Page of Cups here as your overall general energy for April 2023. So there is a lot of enthusiasm, jovial, youthful energy, right? The Knight of Wands and the Page of Cups here, very youthful energy, but there's something in between that's digging away at you. You know, the Nine of Wands here, Virgo, is coming through for your overall energy as something here. There's a wound that you're meant to deal with here in April, and for some of you it's deeply related to an unconscious thing, right? The moon is your opportunity to do with the unconscious part of yourself. So we're gonna see why this is here. For many of you, this could have to do with love as well, thinking that, oh, once I find the partner the partner that I really want, that's gonna make me feel whole and complete, and on a certain level it will, but the advice here is to go deeper, to something much deeper that will solve basically all of your problems. When it comes to what you don't see coming, you have the Three of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and you also have the Seven of Cups here, Virgo, for what you do not see coming. So with this energy, the Page of Swords is the centerpiece to this reading, and it's looking right at that Three of Pentacles. Who am I going to collaborate with? What am I going to become a student to? Where am I going to dedicate my energy to? And which is really the right choice for me? You have the Seven of Cups here, which is all about making a choice. Once again, in what you don't see coming, the Seven of Cups has to do with sorting through illusion, and the moon is also sorting through illusion. And so just to give you a little bit of a tangible analogy or example to illustrate what this could mean for you, even for me in my own career right now, and other things that I do, but also here on YouTube, Virgo, there's a growing sense in me. I'm also a Virgo rising, so I do my best to get my own energy out of the way before I go into these readings, so that I do not project. But because I'm a Virgo rising, I will be on some sort of level linked to these reads, no matter if I want to or not, to a certain degree. And something I've been struggling with is what I want and why do I want it? Is it coming from a place of wounding, or is it what I genuinely want and who I'm meant to be in my career? So you might see a few changes on this channel in the coming months in just the way that I approach things in general. And this is what's happening with you here. This is what's happening with you. So it's a very deep question, and I'm getting two different camps of Virgos. Virgo, if you have not really achieved much in this life, or you've set a bunch of goals and you feel like you're far away from them, for those of you dealing with that, you may have to go out and achieve the thing that you want, just so that you can realize, oh, this isn't the final answer. This isn't gonna fulfill me on a deep unconscious level. Where others of you, if you've already achieved what you want in the physical, if you've already become some sort of authority or whatever it is that you want to manifest in the physical world, especially related to work and purpose and career, if you've already manifested it, you're even in more of a tough spot, because it's like when you get what you want and you realize, oh, this isn't going to make me happy, that's when you're really in a tough spot. And that's what's happening to a lot of you here. You have in your advice from your spirit guides, you have the 8 of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and also the 5 of Cups here when it comes to your advice. So this is all emotional, right? So looking at your emotions this month is really your advice. And really, you see the moon even on that 8 of Cups here. And so there's something about, what in your life are you being unconsciously drawn towards that really is not meant for you. Some of you, by the way, this is a very important message. Some of you that are making no traction towards a goal, right? You're Virgo, one of the hardest working zodiac signs. You should be able to get it, and you will be able to get it if you push through. But here's the thing about a metaphysical truth. So we're getting very spiritual right now. When something is truly yours, and when something is truly yours to have, it's called something is relevant to your life experience from a metaphysical perspective, taking into account what your soul wanted to experience in this physical embodiment, because we do have pre-birth intentions. When something is relevant for your life, you will usually achieve it with relative ease and few obstacles on your path. If you have chosen a goal that has been imposed upon you by society or by your unconscious mind, this is what I think I should want. I should want this partner. I should want this career. I should want this, that, or the other thing. You may run into struggle. And because you're a Virgo, you can achieve it. And you will achieve it, but you may just realize, you may just pass through so many barriers in order to finally get there. And so there's almost like, this month, there's you looking at what is the path of least resistance for me. Not that I'm taking a shortcut. Well, actually you are from a certain level, but not that you're not putting in the work towards this redefinition of your career for April 2023. It's not that you're not going to be working hard. It's not about being a slacker, but it's about sinking into what is relevant for you. And what is relevant for you may make you uncomfortable, may make you feel like you can't love yourself just as you are, with what's relevant for you versus what you think you need in order to feel love. Because it's a tough energy that you have here. I'm interested to start clarifying it for you though, Virgo. In terms of love, in terms of your love life, we'll see when we clarify what we got here. Because mainly for some of you, you could be dating. You could be, even if you're in a relationship already, there may be a tendency for some of you to escape some of these deeper problems that you're facing with things like escaping with love, like idealizing someone, having too much sex, using another person to escape, especially if they're already in your life or if you're in that pursuit. So, I don't know, Virgo, very interesting energy. Let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and see why the Moon card is here in your opportunity, Virgo, for April 2023. Yeah, you have the 7 of Cups upright. The 7 of Cups is also in what you don't see coming. Knight of Swords in reverse. Yeah. The Moon is clarified by the 7 of Cups upright, the Knight of Swords in reverse, and also the 9 of Wands in reverse here, Virgo. So it seems to me a lot of you are fighting for something. You're fighting for this status. You're fighting for success, and it could be basic needs, by the way. This could be something like you just want to make enough money to pay your rent and to not have to think about money. So I'm not saying all of you are going to try to take over the world and become the best at what you do. It may just be for some of you, you just want to become very specifically good at a certain field. But either way, Virgo, with this energy, there's really some sort of there's something you've been disillusioned with, or you may be on a lifeline right now that you just have to subtly tweak, okay? You have to subtly tweak it a little bit, because The Nine of Wands is also here in your overall general energy, but it's in reverse when it comes to your opportunity. So what do you have to stop fighting with? What do you have to stop fighting with yourself? The Knight of Swords in reverse as well is someone here who's not really thinking about the long-term consequences of their actions, but because it's your opportunity, I feel like you want to look at that with the Seven of Cups in relation to this. So it's a very complicated energy, and there's really different answers depending on where you're at in your life. So let's continue. Let's go ahead and see why the Justice card is here in your challenge. What? Man. Hold on, Virgo. Hold on. Two more. All right, never mind. There is something weird that you're not seeing that can potentially cause... the Justice card in your challenge is clarified by the Ace of Swords in reverse and the Two of Swords in reverse. Very contradictory, but it's very... it's pointing to the same thing, where with the Justice card, and you also have the Strength card here, okay, in your challenge, Virgo, there may be some sort of deeper truth about your life and what will genuinely make you happy, or what you're meant to be studying, what you're meant to be doing, that right now you couldn't imagine giving up this dream. You couldn't imagine giving up this career in the exact way that you're doing it. But there's a complete reevaluation. We're going to get more advice for you when we get to the Eight of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and also the Five of Cups when it comes to your advice. But it seems like there's some sort of cross-wiring in your programming right now when it comes to what you're doing with your energy in April. So just be aware of that. Yeah, let's go ahead and clarify why this Page of Cups is here. Why is the Page of... the Page of Cups reminds you, Virgo, that you are in fact a mystery to yourself. The Page of Cups is someone who is very hard to be categorized. And so you may have to look at areas of your own self that you may have brushed away as being negative and sinking into that, And let's see why the Page of Cups is here. The Page of Cups is clarified by the Lover's card, the Nine of Cups in reverse, and also the Hanged Man here when it comes to your overall general energy here, Virgo. So there may be someone around you who's quite immature. I'm getting this as a sub-message now. For a lot of you here, Virgo, you may have to give up someone around you. You may have to walk away from someone who's very highly immature and selfish, with that Nine of Cups being in reverse, and you have the Lover's card here and the Hanged Man. There may be something about love even related to this aspiration, this goal. Some of you may think that you're only able to receive love if you have achieved something, And let me just be honest with you let me be vulnerable with you for a second, just to get something off my chest, Virgo. I appreciate you holding the space, and then we'll get back to your reading. But clearly, this is a part of the reading because it's all synchronistic, and you probably need to hear what I'm about to say. I'm single right now, and recently I downloaded Tinder, dating app. For the first few weeks, I had my YouTube channel linked to the dating app, and it was like, what's your job? The Autistic Mystic on YouTube. Do you know how many people matched with me and spoke with me? Like, none. Now, there could be multiple reasons for that, such as them thinking it's a fake profile, or them thinking that's really weird, and because most people are not, or a lot of people are not on the cutting edge of consciousness. And if you are still listening to this, you are on the cutting edge of consciousness on the planet right now. So there may be reasons why I didn't get interaction on that Tinder profile, because people are just like, that's weird, or I'm not into the whatever. But what's weird is, like, when I took away my job title and I just said, like, Austin, and I took away, like, the Autistic Mystic part, I got, like so many matches on Tinder. on the dating app. Like there were so many more people that were interested in me. And this goes back to like, why are you, like, what are you doing with your career that you're trying to overcompensate for something? Because for me in my childhood even, I didn't really receive a lot of love for just unconditionally. You know, there was a lot of things like, your opinion doesn't matter, blah, blah, blah. And so for you, to get back to you with this energy here, Virgo, there does seem to be a question of what type of lover do you want, and is it related to your career in some sort of way? Because for me, part of my journey is, just so you can relate it to yourself, is just realizing like I'm worthy of love despite what I've achieved in the outside world. You know, you can look at this YouTube channel and be like, wow, like it's so great and everything, but really it is great, and I love all of you who support the channel, but there is something to be said about just, you're worthy no matter what you do, just for your energy, you know. And so that could be something that you're sinking into right now. Alternatively, you could have people that are attracted to you for the wrong reasons if you've already achieved a lot of success, and so you can relate to me on that level, on some sort of way. So let's continue this reading. Let's clarify why the Page of Swords is here and what you don't see coming. Why is the Page of Swords here and what you don't see coming, Virgo? Let's go ahead and see. King of Cups. King of Pentacles in reverse. And the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, so a lot of you, there's this belief that, like, in order for me to receive love, so there's two sub-messages coming through. The first message, for a lot of you, it's more of related to what I just said. In order for me to receive love, you know, I have to become rich, or I have to become super fit. You know, I have to have the perfect measurements on my body, because Virgo is very specific with that. I have to do this with, you know, specific things that I need to attain, that I need to upkeep in order to be loved. And many of you, because this is clarifying the Page of Swords, getting more information or questioning or looking at it from a different way, you have the King of Cups upright and these two Pentacle cards in reverse. So many of you here, the first thing is that just accepting yourself as you are and knowing you're worthy of love, not because of what your achievements are, but just because who you are is truly love. That is who we are as beings. That's the underlying force of the universe, love, you know? And so the other thing that I was getting, though, with this energy, Virgo, with the Page of Swords and the King of Cups upright, the King of Pentacles in reverse, and the Six of Pentacles in reverse, is something around doing what you love for a living instead of just for the money. You know, like doing it in the way that you love to do it instead of just for the money. You know, with the King of Cups here, the King of Pentacles in reverse, the Six of Pentacles in reverse here, there's something about like the way you go about attaining achievement in your career. There's a major shift with that for what you don't see coming, because a lot of you have a false goal in your head, and you can achieve those things because we have free will. You can do whatever you want, but you're going to run into resistance if it's not really relevant for your soul. And so, like, I understand, like, just to give you an example of how this could relate to your life in some sort of way, you know, I really enjoy being on the spotlight in this channel, but recently, since really diving into my own personal chart and deeper truths about my own psychology and my own makeup, I'm starting to realize, you know, the truth of who I really am is more of like the mad scientist who someone comes for in a reading, who's very like low key, who may not have the spotlight. Like, I don't need the spotlight because I already got light. And that's like what you're going to be realizing for a lot of you. It's not that you don't want spotlight, it's just so you don't want it for the wrong reasons. And so that's something I've had to learn as well. You know, like, how much of me wanting attention is because I'm trying to feel love, because I don't love myself unless I get it. And so admitting deeper truths of like, maybe I'm just like the mad scientist, astrologer, tarot reader in the woods that people come to, and it's very low key, that's quite disturbing for my ego. But it's what's happening here. And it doesn't mean I'm going to get off YouTube, and it doesn't mean I'm going to stop, but it's just more like these subtle tweaks, because in the past, there was a different way that I was approaching things. So this got a little bit personal here, but I think it's really related to you, because once again, I'm not only a Virgo ascendant, I have a bunch of different planets in Virgo. So no matter how much I try to take my own energy out of the readings, it will still be synchronized because I'm Virgo, So with that being said, let's go ahead and get some advice for you before we conclude this reading. Let's go ahead and clarify why the Eight of Cups is here. And then the Eight of Cups is walking right into that Queen of Cups. So let's go ahead and see here. The Eight of Cups is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles here, the Magician in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and also the Ace of Cups in reverse here. So there could be something that you thought was part of your destiny here, that you thought, I have to manifest this because I love it, and it's because it's part of my destiny, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm getting that it still is, but it's not in the way that you once thought to be precise. So whatever goal that you have, whatever it is you're trying to upkeep. So like there's two different Virgos out there, and because you're an earth sign, you're going to understand what I'm saying without like potentially ridiculing my viewpoint, hopefully, because I study human nature, and people who don't do that, it's very tough to listen to what I'm about to say. But life really is a constant battle in like being part spiritual, part animal, basically, as human beings. There's never been anything like us on the planet before. Unless you count dimensions and when the aliens visit and stuff like that. What I'm trying to say here, Virgo, I just lost my train of thought. I just had something great, and then I said there's nothing like us on the planet before, and then I completely lost my train of thought, and it was like really an accumulative point that was very important to this reading. Okay, this is what I was going to say. Sorry. Life is basically, as a human being, a constant fight. If you're at the lower echelons of society, you have to constantly fight. Like, you're constantly fighting with your opinion of like, oh my gosh, I'm not worth anything. Oh my gosh, I have to rise up. I need to become somebody. You need to fight for that. You need to get there. But once you're there, it's a fight to keep it. It's a fight to keep that. And so no matter where you are, where you find yourself, you need to realize that that fight and that work ethic to improve your physical situation, to become exact, to become an expert at whatever it is you want to do, and show your skills to the world is what you're going to be doing here. But there's a tweak on a very nuanced level when it comes to that whole process of any sort of tweak that you feel you need to make when it comes to this. Because if you were to truly love yourself, if you had complete self-love, there may be something a little bit differently that you're going to do when it comes to your pursuit of your career. So with that being said, I'm going to conclude this reading. It's a very interesting reading, different energy that came through, but I hope that this provided you clarity and insight.